Yeah, you know what, and I honestly don't know what they're going to say at the end of this. I mean, every magician that I've shown this to who doesn't know what I'm doing, right away thinks of a wrong method. They always think of a cheating method. They don't know that I'm doing the real work. So they're always wrong on this. So part of me just hopes that they just go wrong. I don't know if they're going to think it over. If they think it over, I mean, there's a chance that they might say, like, well, we think you're just doing it. You're just catching the card.
I feel like that's a really distinct possibility.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's a very reasonable thing to think. I think that very well might happen.
But I'm hoping that they think that I've memorized the deck, or the cards are in order, or it's still something, there's a crimp or a cut or something there. It's the most ironic thing, because there's a line where I say to them in the beginning, I turn to Allison and I say, if I'm going to fool these guys, I can't just use sleight of hand. I have to be clever. I have to be sneaky. Might even have to lie a little.
And it's a lie.
And that's the lie.
Yeah.
The lie is what I just told them 2 sentences ago.
Right.
That I have to use more than sleight of hand, but I'm only using sleight of hand.
Right. Do you think that there's a possibility that Teller will even think you would use some sort of gimmick?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I think so, because, look, here's the thing. They have to see through so I'm taking out the scissors and the glue and the magnets. I'm trying to tell them that I could be using all these things. There's still other things that I could use that I didn't list.
That they know about.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that they might think of those other things. That's the goal. If I just lead them down that path and they don't go, it's just sleight of hand, then that's the lie. And then they fell for that lie. And I hate, originally in the script, I was just going to tell them the truth. The whole opening of the script and the way I've been practicing this has been telling the audience that I created the system in my head of keeping track of these cards and knowing how fast every one of them falls and being able to stop distinctly on any one of these cards. And I've been telling all my audiences about this, and most people don't believe me. They think I'm doing a presentation, which I love. So I've been telling the truth because artistically I wanted to do that. But as we were preparing for the show, it didn't fit into the show. So it became better to create the effect and create the lie. And so that's the current presentation, which pains me a little because I still wish I could tell the truth. But I think it's a really beautiful lie, and for this show it's going to be a really nice lie.
Well, you're telling the truth now, so you got it off your chest.
Yeah, I did. I don't know if you're watching this before this show aired or after this aired, if you're hearing this, but know that we are hours before filming this.
Yeah.
Without any clue of what's about to happen.
Nope.
But now you know that what I'm doing is a difficult skill-based thing that I've spent 18 years practicing, 17 years. And that I'm going to go on TV and make them think that I'm cheating. Make them think that I'm doing some kind of a shortcut.
And he is not cheating.
And there's an irony in magic, and maybe people will realize that when magicians do the hard work, people never see it. And that's what this is a perfect case of, is I'm doing the hard work, but I have to make it look like I'm cheating or like it's effortless.
That's what Teller says.
Yeah.
Teller says sometimes magic is just, what?
Someone doing something more than anyone else would ever expect.
Yes, something like that.
Yeah, it's magic. Sometimes someone doing something more difficult or
spending
more often.
more time on something than one would reasonably expect.
Exactly.
Something like that.
Yeah, spending more time on something, and that's what I did. I've not only thousands of hours of the deck, but specifically being able to dribble and pause and stop at exactly where I need to be. Is because we watched a lot of movies and we've traveled a lot, and this is my my coping mechanism. So I always have these cards in my hand. And there we go. So, I guess you'll see what happens.
Yeah.
It's
weird that they may know, but we don't know. That feels weird.
It's cool.
Tell us what happens.
Don't tell me that.
I want to know.
Hope you enjoy it. Hope you enjoy it. I hope you get to see the joy on stage and the energy and the love. That's what matters most. So thanks.
See you on the other side. That was a mess.